Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Darren, this is Tectonic Traveler. Hey, I have a little story here, a weird one from Denali National Park that happened to me. I worked there for many years, so a lot of stories. This one happened to me about 10 years ago. I was at work at the park, Denali National Park. In the summertime, we have a lot of employees that come up for the summer. We have, restaurant people and, housekeepers and gift shop and all this kind of stuff. And at the time, I worked for a whitewater rafting company. And we were working in the office one day, and it's always a busy environment, busy tourist environment, man. And people are coming and going, and this lady just kind of pops out of nowhere. And I kept seeing this woman. I recognized her, and she looked like she was probably in her late 70s or something. But I recognized her, and I thought she worked there. I had this feeling like, oh, maybe she lives in Healy. That's a little town real close. And I just know her from town, as I know a lot of people around there. And I also lived there year-round for a long time, Denali National Park. So the lady comes up to me, and she says, hi, and I go, hello. And she goes, do you remember me, or do you recognize me? That's what she said. And I said, I go, yeah, I do. And I was wondering, do you live in Healy? Or, I don't remember what I said. I honestly, from my heart, just said something and And she goes, she says, I'm, whatever her name was, and now I can't remember. Let's say Mary Ann. And I said, hey, Mary Ann. She goes, I worked here. She goes, I worked here 25 years ago. Now, this is over 10 years ago. And so I said, oh, yeah, I remember you. She's like, what did you do? And she goes, I worked in the housekeeping and then the gift shop a little bit. I said, yeah, I totally remember you. And then my friend who owned the company, who I worked for, he walked in, and I go, hey, Wheat, do you remember this, Mary, do you remember Mary from a long time ago? He goes, yeah, hey, what are you doing up here? It was really cool, and so we hadn't seen her in a long time, and she went rafting with her. That's the thing, is she walked in, and then we put her down the river on the next 2 o'clock run. It's like a 3-hour rafting trip, and that was kind of her. And now, I didn't see her after that, but I asked, my friend who owned the company, I said, hey, how did Mary, hey, how did she like the trip? Because I saw her actually from a distance getting off the bus, Anyway, really neat. It's neat to see people come back up to Denali when you work there. Like, that's happened, and you notice how I said I thought she was just local, and I kind of remembered her. That's happened before, and people, and they go, hey, Darren, remember me from 20 years ago? So anyway, this wasn't completely out of the ordinary, but it was a long time, Then I was like, wow, what a trip. I thought, wow, maybe she was her last vacation, Is that what I was thinking? Her last trip up to see everybody, and people do that. And so I get back home, and it's been months and months. It's wintertime, and I'm on Facebook, and I see a picture of a bunch of people, and she's in it. But it's from back in the, this is true story. This is back in the 80s, that picture, And it was on a Denali alumni, and I said, hey, that's Mary Ann so-and-so, or that's Mary Ann, and she went rafting with us this last summer. And then somebody commented, somebody I know from, all these years past, said, that's impossible, man. She died like 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh, you got that. This is a mix-up. Facebook, mix-up, big time. And so I'm like, okay, I commented. I go, anyone else know Mary Ann so-and-so? And all these people said, yeah, she died 10 years. Weird.